The World Spotlight on Uzbekistan is sponsored by the Embassy of Uzbekistan.
Welcome back to Good Morning Washington. We are thrilled to begin our special Around the World Spotlight on Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I have learned so much about Uzbekistan over the last few weeks, and I can't wait to visit. From booming tech industry to incredible tourism opportunities, we'll be taking you inside Uzbekistan for the next half hour here on Good Morning Washington. So let's start with my visit to the embassy right here in Washington, D.C., where I got to sit down one-on-one with the ambassador. Take a look. Ambassador, thank you for having us today. I want to start by talking about the importance of the relations between the U.S. and Uzbekistan.
The United States now is one of the trusted strategic partners of Uzbekistan. All in the international arena, we're having very good cooperation. I would like to tell you that large scale of reforms carried out by the President of Uzbekistan have created favorable conditions for increasing our strategic partnership with the United States, which now we're seeing very high dynamic of our cooperation with the United States. All feels like bilateral cooperation.
Let's talk about the current political relations between the U.S. and Uzbekistan. And I understand there has been growth in that department.
I already mentioned that we have a strategic partnership dialogue with the United States. And only last 6 months, we exchanged more than 20 high-ranking official visits between two countries, including the visit of the State Secretary Antony Blinken in March to Uzbekistan, which give us new impulse to improve our relation between Uzbekistan and the United States. Now we are very keen to enhance our cooperation between United States and Uzbekistan, not only political level. We would like to improve trade between two countries, exchanging the cultural programs, education programs, and more important now, we're seeing the good cooperation, interparliamentary cooperation. I would like to learn that Congress of the United States is one most experienced democratic institution in the world, and for us, enhancing the cooperation with the Congress of the United States is very important. So, for example, in the last 5 years, we organized visit of more than 40 congressmen, of American congressmen to Uzbekistan.
Let's talk about the new era of trade relations between the U.S. and Uzbekistan and the growing amount of businesses that are calling Uzbekistan, using Uzbekistan as headquarters.
Yeah. In Uzbekistan, already working several American big companies like John Deere, Honeywell, Lockheed Martin, and others. Uzbek market could be very, promising market for American business. Why? Because Uzbekistan could be gateway for Eurasian market. It's very important to know that there is a very unlocked market for American business.
And let's talk a little bit about the push right now and the growth of IT in your country and how much of that is influenced by Americans.
Right now Uzbekistan turning into the regional IT hub. We have more than 2,000 IT companies, and we have 14 IT parks in Uzbekistan. And this IT sector was one of the promising sector of Uzbek economy right now. I would like to tell you that more than 35 Uzbek companies already working in the Silicon Valley in the United States. And again, good news for us that more than 50% of the IT export of Uzbekistan is going to the American market. Very promising sector for Uzbek-American relationship in the future.
And SpaceX, we hear about it in the headlines all the time. There is now growth in your region with that as well.
Yes, thank you. It's very new technology for Uzbekistan, and SpaceX will help us to give the chance to Uzbeks to get more access to the internet, especially in rural areas.
So tourism has really grown recently as well for Uzbekistan, with Americans making the trip over there direct from New York on the Dreamliners that you were talking about from Boeing. Share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Developing of the tourism is one of the priorities of the Uzbek government. Uzbekistan, one of the attraction touristic destination for the international tourists. Last year, Uzbekistan welcomed more than 5 million tourists around the world, and American cities among the top 10 countries who visited Uzbekistan. And especially I would like to emphasize that Uzbekistan placed at level 1 by State Department, which means that it's most safe travel country in the world. So it's a good opportunity to American citizens pay a visit to Uzbekistan. And again, I would like to mention that American citizens which over the 55 years old, they can go to Uzbekistan without any visa. There's no visa regime for them. And in Uzbekistan, we are rich of history, and in Uzbekistan we have very ancient very famous cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva. Again, we're offering for American tourists special so-called four-season touristic packages, including gastronomic tourism, and to introduce Uzbek cuisine to American friends. I think that they have to go to Uzbekistan to enjoy the beauty of Uzbekistan, historical heritage of Uzbekistan, and of course one of the delicious cuisine in the world.
Ambassador, could you share a little bit about the future relations between the U.S. and Uzbekistan?
Yeah, Uzbekistan is excited to strengthen the cooperation between the United States by focusing on some priorities, including increasing trade between two countries, attracting more American investors to Uzbekistan, cooperation in the field of new technologies, digitalizing Uzbek economy, renewable energy, environmental issues, and of course human dimension. We are very interested to learn experience and to get support of United States on ongoing large-scale reforms in Uzbekistan, especially democratic reforms, protecting the human rights, improving the civil society in Uzbekistan. And because American, one of the experienced democratic countries in the world, so for us, sharing the information, sharing the experience, how to promote reforms in Uzbekistan, how to promote human rights, how to promote, the education is very important. So I think that for the coming future, my focus will be on these areas.
Well, Ambassador, thank you so much for your time today, and I know we're going to learn a lot more about your country and talk a little bit more about that food and the tourism and the innovation as well, and learn more about the business in Uzbekistan. So thank you so much for your time.
I'm looking forward to see you in Uzbekistan.
Yes.
Thank you.